Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Anything is Possible, the sports betting show with your friends Dave, Chris, and Adam. How's it going?
What is
It's
up?
going good. JD's
We
and
got-
Lauman.
We got some stuff to talk about.
Let's
Talk about it.
So
Let's
Dave,
talk about it.
Let's dive in, eh?
Daddy Dave,
Yeah, buddy.
3 for 3 on the parlay this week.
Surgical.
Big bang home winner.
Surgical.
Wow.
You got plus 500 on that parlay I put together for
Plus
us all here?
400, and I went soft with it. Like, I didn't bet it soft, but the odds I took could have been, because I could have taken Connecticut in the points. Yeah, I could have taken UConn in the points.
Yep.
Instead, I took them at money line at minus 270, so I probably could have gotten that at like 105.
Yep.
I took Kansas in the points, and then I took Kentucky in the points. I could have taken Kentucky money line. That would have been plus 115. So if I juiced this up the way I could have done it, it probably would have been plus 700.
Yeah, I know.
That's a spicy little
that-
parlay.
Of course, I have a hot weekend. The weekend we stopped keeping track of our percentages.
It's all
But
right. We had
it
money
doesn't
on it. That's
matter.
all that matters.
Exactly. It was incredible. You woke up, you texted me on Saturday afternoon. You were like, Dave, this is looking spicy.
I know. I always get so worried if I should send a text or not because I'm like, I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that was crazy because you were 2-0 at that point.
I'm curious what you guys think. So, like, if you turn on a game and they immediately start doing bad,
I turn it off.
you turn that back off?
If I'm not a fan of like one of the teams and I just bet on it, then yes,
Yeah.
I turn it off. I turn it off immediately.
God, I might need to do that more often.
You just sit through it. You're like, come
I'm just
on.
like, this can't really affect it. This is just in my head. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, the craziest thing ever happens. But no,
Yeah.
that was an electric picks from you. Some great basketball to watch, too. It was all fun to watch.
Yeah.
On the NASCAR front, guys, I did not bring home a winner. I watched the whole entire event. It was
Did you
delayed
really?
until Monday. First of all, it was supposed to be on Sunday. It was delayed until Monday. The Rock did Start Your Engines, and it was kind of horrible. It was mid, to be very honest. It was not that
Oh,
good.
that's a
Which you'd think The
letdown.
Rock would like really
I
do a great
saw
one,
that.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
have
but
to
it
watch
was
the
not
highlights.
good. Kyle Busch led this whole damn race. Had
Never looked back?
so many chances to win it, and just there
Didn't
was a
do it.
crash right at the end, and didn't get it done. And it was the most frustrating. I watched 200 laps of Kyle Busch leading, and then he lost it at the end.
That's
I thought I saw Bush won.
No.
I wish.
It was
Some
some
other
guy,
guy?
some other guy. Somebody I
Checks
had never
out.
heard of, honestly.
Well, to be fair, I think that's most of the NASCAR landscape, with the
True.
exception of maybe like two names that you can toss out there
Well,
for me.
you know, it was interesting
Jeff
because
Gordon still racing.
yeah, I saw like the highlights on SportsCenter, and they were like talking Brad Keselowski, and then they said something about somebody else, and then they said Kyle Busch, and then they said something about is a guy named like Joey Logano or something. I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
Logano.
wow. I was like, wow, I've heard of all these guys, and then they were like, but at the end of the race, John Smith pulled out the win. And I was like, I don't know who that is. Who is that
Who
guy?
won?
This is an honest podcast, right?
Yeah.
I got to be honest on here.
Yeah.
I sat through and watched the entire race and fell asleep with 3 laps to go and missed the ending and woke up right after it was over.
Oh my god.
A quick little 15-minute doze off and I missed it. I missed
And
the
you
end.
missed it.
Well,
Out of old Willie Byron, you didn't see old
Oh,
slick
yeah,
Willie
Willie
Byron
Byron.
bring it home.
Slick Willie.
I don't
Okay.
know a single one of these people that finished in the top 5.
And what are their names? Rattle them off for us.
All right, we got William Byron,
Yeah.
Alex Bowman,
Never heard of them.
Christopher Bell,
Never heard of them.
Yeah, see, there was a crash right at the end, and like all
Corey-
these mid-pack guys won.
LaJoy,
Okay.
LaJoie, Corey LaJoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I am familiar with this man's work. William Darrell Wallace Jr., a.k.a. Bubba,
Bubba
Wallace.
Wallace.
I am
Everyone
familiar
knows
with
who Bubba.
Bubba.
Everybody knows who Bubba
Wait,
Wallace
who
is.
won?
That would be old Slick Willie Byron.
That would
Oh
be
yeah.
Byron Nelson.
He
Yeah.
drives what appears to
Oh my God.
What?
looks like he
Oh
drives
my
the
God.
Liberty University car.
Liberty University has their own NASCAR
Guys,
car?
I have horrible news to announce right now.
What? Is this a... Do we need to do the breaking news sound?
Da-da-da.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if anybody is familiar and listened to last week's episode and listened to my picks, they were in order: AJ Allmendinger, Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Preece, and a one William Byron. However, because the race was postponed, those bets were voided, and I chose not to re-up on him the next day.
What would you have won?
What would have been the payout on a Slick Willie victory?
Yeah.
Most likely above $200.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
On a $5 bet?
Let's see if I can go back and look up what the odds
That's a bad beat.
That is a bad beat. And you
Sometimes
just now noticed this?
Sometimes in anything is possible, the bad is also possible.
That's always what's possible. All right,
Wait.
we gotta figure out what they were.
And what possessed you to bet on old Slick Willie Byron?
I don't know.
He came into the race at plus 1,750
Oh
odds to
my
win it.
God!
Oh, no. Why would they void those bets, I wonder?
Because they knew I had it.
They knew he had Slick Willie as an option.
All right,
That's
hold on.
terrible. That's terrible.
What was it? 1,700?
Yeah. According
Yeah.
to the Google machine, it was 1,750.
That's a cool $90 we lost out on there.
Wow. I was wondering how we got to $200 on a $5 bet. So,
Maybe
That
you
makes
put a
more
little
sense.
extra sauce on it. 'Cause
Yeah,
he
did
felt
you put
good
a little
about
sauce?
Slick
Well,
Willie.
there was a couple people that were plus 2,400,
wow.
and there was one that was plus 6,000.
Oh, my gosh.
God, that's so unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well,
to
I
see
think
that.
what we've learned in this situation is never to bet on NASCAR.
Or if you're going to, and the race gets canceled, just check to make sure your bets are still active.
And if the race gets canceled, make sure to
No.
place a few nice chilly ones on old Slick Willie.
No,
Always bet on
I want to
Slick
make sure
Willie.
you guys understand. I still bet on NASCAR. I
You
just
just-
chose 5 different people.
Oh
No, I didn't even choose 5 different people. 4
just
of
chose-
them are the same. The one person that's different was William Byron, who I traded in Martin Truex Jr., who was leading the race or was in the top 5 for the majority of the race.
He must
This
be part
is-
of the wreck.
It
This is
was.
now a pro Slick Willie Byron podcast.
Exactly.
Gosh.
I think I'm going to try to get his autograph and hang it right over here to replace Bubba Watson.
And you need to get him to sign it. Can you sign this Slick Willie Byron
Please.
to
Thank
Daddy Dave?
Yep. I love that. I love that for us. All right, Chris, we need to get your mind off of it and move on
I
to next week.
can't believe that.
We
I was
got to
gonna
move
say,
on
All
to
right,
next
I'll talk about what I'm getting into
Yeah,
this
what are
week.
you, what are
So,
you firing off?
in the cricket world,
Oh,
Oh, my
Thursday
gosh.
at 10 p.m.
we got a big
Thursday.
I know
matchup.
nothing about cricket.
Are you
got a
getting
big
this
matchup?
podcast out before Thursday?
No. Probably not.
What action do we have on cricket on Saturday?
Well, just I mean, you see this and you'd be a fool to turn it down. It's India versus England.
Right.
Yeah.
You're telling me I'm not going to ride with India in
Oh,
cricket versus
that's two-
England?
That's 2 powerhouse cricket countries, though.
But India's got to have the lock on that.
I was gonna
I
say
think
that's
so.
like in the NBA when they say like Spain's also the second best basketball playing country, but it's USA versus Spain. Like that's what we're working with here with India versus England.
Okay.
It is minus 230 though, so
You got to
maybe-
bet 230 to win a Hondo.
maybe we'll
Do it.
avoid that.
Maybe if we won the Slick Willie Byron bet, we could have turned it all onto
India.
What's the over/under in that game?
There's no option for an over. We could
I
take,
don't even know what the
Because
point
Fall-
system
like
is.
we
what
could
is
take-
an
okay.
average cricket score?
Yeah,
Because I know
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a lot.
so we could go fall of first wicket,
Ooh.
the over at 25.5.
I don't know what that means.
So that means 25.5 bowls before we knock off a wicket.
Yeah.
I'm taking the under, I think.
And the
I
fall
think I
of
am too.
fall
India's
of first
good.
wicket for India is 31.
Oh,
England's
so England's
25.
Yeah, England's not getting
Oh, India's
any
gonna-
balls past.
Yeah, India's
No
gonna be able
wickets.
India's going to be able to slide one past.
Yeah, I'm saying
For
whoever
sure.
the bowler for India is, I'm calling first 5 bowls, he's getting a wicket down.
So we're saying under 31 for fall of first wicket India. No? What are we
No.
saying here?
Well, to be fair, I don't know. Because I think like knocking down a wicket is more
Yeah.
or less like getting an out.
Yeah.
So they're saying when India is up to bat, there'll be 31 bowls is the line. So the India batters are better, so less likely that a wicket will get knocked down because they're putting the ball in play.
So we're saying
So we would want the over on India, but the under on England.
okay.
Okay.
At least that's my interpretation.
Let's see if I can parlay these bad boys.
I don't have any idea.
With
What
an
do you
India
think?
dub.
What do you think for highest opening partnership? India's minus 160, England is plus 130.
I don't
don't-
even know what that means.
I don't either. I'm at a loss when it comes to cricket.
Let's see what the average opening partnership is.
This is wild. To even be discussing this right now has me at a loss. Well, while you're
The
looking that
highest
up,
opening partnership in Test cricket is 415 runs.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Sure.
sure, okay. All right, can I give some college basketball bets
Sure,
now?
sure, yeah.
Because
yeah.
I have no idea what this even is. So I'm going to take us to Saturday's college basketball slate.
How
And
many
there's not-
wickets you got?
I'm going to tell you right now, there's not a lot of ranked games. And when I say like 2 ranked opponents playing each other, and that's usually what I like to bet on. But nonetheless, there are a couple. And so number 2 Houston is playing at number 11 Baylor, 11 a.m. on CBS on Saturday. I'm going to take Baylor to cover the spread on that. I don't know what the spread is at this point, but
You're
they're
just
definitely
taking it?
yeah, they're going to be underdogs, so there's going to be a little bit. They're going to get some points in that, and I
Okay.
think they're going to cover that. I don't think they're going to outright win against Houston. Houston's a good basketball team. I've bet against them a couple times. I think Houston probably pulls out the victory, but I'm going to have number 11 Baylor covering there since they are playing at home on
Okay.
Saturday morning. So that's going to be my first college basketball bet. My second college basketball bet is going to be number 13 Alabama is playing at number 17 Kentucky, and I think the Alabama Crimson Tide are going to roll into Lexington, Kentucky, and get a win on the road. They'll probably be underdogs,
Ooh,
even though
win on the road.
even though they are ranked higher. I do think that they'll be underdogs at Kentucky. So that game's at 3:00 on CBS. You don't even have to change the channel after that first game.
Wow.
And I think I'm
The
going to take
convenience factor's off the charts.
exactly. I think I'm going to take. I think I'm going to take those Alabama Crimson Tide over the Kentucky Wildcats.
Okay.
And then finally, the last game, also at 3:00. Number 10 North Carolina is rolling into Virginia at 3:00 on ESPN. So you can flip back and forth between that and
Or a little
The-
dual screen action, perchance.
if you have that capability. I'm going to go ahead and take Virginia to cover that as well, since they're at home. They're a historic program. They're not having as good of a year this year. And I think North Carolina, again, wins the game. But I think Virginia covers the spread in that game as well. and pulls out a. They're 20-7, so they're not terrible. Not a terrible team. They're a tournament team at that if the season ended now. But I'll go ahead and take them to cover that game.
How do we feel about Purdue over Michigan on Sunday?
So I saw that game on the calendar here, and I think that Michigan at home, that gives them a little bit of an advantage, but they're 8-18. So obviously Purdue's going to win that game.
Yeah, and I feel like Purdue coming off the tough L, it'll be a slap in the mouth game to poor Michigan.
Yeah. If you're looking for a little Sunday action, though, first game of the day, once again on CBS at 11 a.m., number 15 Creighton is playing at St. John's. Avid listeners of the program know that I picked St. John's to beat UConn at home a couple weeks ago, and they kept it close. But I could see St. John's pulling off this victory against Creighton. They've gotten a little fire lit under their ass by their coach, who says they're the worst team that he's ever coached and the most unathletic group of guys he's ever. Yeah, Rick Pitino is ripping his own team apart and refuses to apologize about it.
Lighting into him. Love it.
I think that St. John's is going to be on fire. They could pull off a victory against number 15 Creighton, who this week had a huge victory against UConn.
Mm-hmm.
Could get a little complacent there, so I think it could be a trap game for Creighton. So I would take St. John's money line at home against Creighton.
Okay.
Are you writing these down somewhere?
I know them in my head.
Okay.
You also have to watch the tape.
I'll toss one out there for you guys.
How many
number
wickets?
14 Indiana played Illinois this last weekend, and we're talking women's college basketball here.
Right.
I happened to watch this game.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Indiana lost 66-86, and they looked like dog water. They looked like trash. So, with that in mind, Indiana travels to play number 4 ranked Iowa and Caitlin Clark tomorrow. That's a lock with the points.
Wow.
Caitlin Clark's going to drop a 50 burger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it. Caitlin Clark's a stud.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll throw that on the docket as well.
Love that.
I love that. And then I do have one more little soccer bet for you as well on Saturday. A little MLS soccer homer bet here. St. Louis City FC is hosting Real Salt Lake Saturday night, 7:30 p.m. game on Apple TV. And I am
Two tickets available if you're interested. Reach out.
Exactly. I'm going to take the over on the goals in that game. It's at 2.5. Anybody who watches St. Louis City soccer knows that it's a high octane offense. I think 2.5 goals is pretty low for a City game. They also don't play great defense, but improved this season, are supposed to be. But I'm going to take 2.5 as the over on that, and I will take St. Louis City money line at plus 110 as well in that game against Real Salt Lake.
Love it. And then just to feel included, I'm going to sprinkle a little. We're taking, in the first trophy that someone could win this year in the Premier League season, we're taking Liverpool over Chelsea in the Carabao Cup.
The Carabao Cup.
The Carabao Cup.
Caribou Lou.
We are competing for 4 trophies this year. We are in the mix for all of them, and this will be the first one that we will solidify.
All right. Well, we got some cricket. We got some basketball. We got some women's basketball. We got some soccer.
Got some kickballs.
If that's not enough for you, I don't know what to tell you. Sorry.
Exactly.
Tough. Kick rocks. Pound sand.
All those
But we
things.
love you.
That's Anything Is Possible. Thanks for listening.
Ain't fit by the ball.
Sup?
Bye.